Okay, good afternoon, community. Nice to be back and have something to tell you what's going on in town. Our mayor addressed the council and assured residents that the landfill site issue, as we all know, was a priority. Mentioned that tire disposal at the site has not been allowed for some while now. No further details were given on that, but the mayor has highlighted the relocation of informal traders at Kisimont as well, saying that the location is 90% complete. And additionally, delays in projects implementations are often caused by objects which, although necessary for a fair and transparent process, force a standstill. It is important to us, as the JWBRA, that residents are informed. So we will always find ways to follow up on the landfill issue and procurement challenges and then share those details with our members of the public. We submitted questions to council in April, which took a bit of back and forth because it isn't done much, and it was our first time doing this as well. But now we know how to do it, and we will utilize this often to get information to our members much quicker. The questions were read out in the council meeting and referred to management committee for discussion, and we received the following answers. The municipality has been getting adverse audit reports for years, as many other local authorities. But we asked about the concrete steps that have been taken to avoid another adverse opinion, and when the next AG report would be submitted to council. We asked what action plan and timeline are for the repairs of roads and potholes, and the full list will be available on our website shortly. The municipality presents monthly reports on their performance in each department to the management committee and thereby council. They are not read out aloud, but at the council meetings, as they contain a lot of confidential information. The MC recommended that the council delegates the power to approve persons to form part of the interview panel for the recruitment to the CEO. And this was approved, although no lists were made at the time. It will be as required. 2 requests for sports sponsorships were approved, and the council always has a budget for donations and sponsorships, and community organizations just need to reply or ask. Various applications to purchase, rezone, subdivide land were all approved, some with changes or conditions like the density, which is becoming a huge problem in our area. The establishment of a hearing committee and spatial planning and development committee, as well as the implementation of conditions for the authorized planning authority, were approved. These are required for Walvis Bay to make use of their APA status, which was a big for us. Part of the budget for the decongestion, the relocation of illegal squatters from Kisimont and Narraville, which we spoke about in our last update, is 7 million. This was transferred from roads and earthworks for portion 11 and portion 13 of Farm 37. The portion 13 is where the illegal squatters will be moved temporarily until they can sort themselves out lawfully. This is an interesting project because besides the general issues with illegal shacks, the ministry requires Walvis Bay to decongest residential areas. So there's a definite pressure to get this right. The request for approval to attend the Hydrogen Symposium and complete study visits to China from the 18th to the 23rd of May was approved, and our mayor, with an S&T allowance of 24,000 odd, that's roughly $4,000 Namibian dollars a day. Now people often say the council shouldn't travel while things are bad in town. We agree with discretion has to apply in deciding which trips to take. However, in each year's budget there is money made available for travel because part of the mayor's duty specifically include diplomatic relations with other countries and organizations. We think, in general, the upkeep of international relations is worth it, especially with us going now into the oil business. And what is important, however, is that the budget is drafted properly so that critical maintenance and infrastructure projects can be covered, as well as travel and visits. Additionally, it's important that the council and municipality actually share clear updates on these critical projects. We are way past the point of saying this is a priority or this is receiving attention, and that's enough for the residents. Make sure to follow us, sign up for the newsletter, become a member so that you can stay informed, because we'll keep pushing. A special council meeting was called the afternoon before the actual meeting. So the 72-hour that we require by law, we let that go because of the urgency of this meeting. Our budget was supposed to be given in by the end of May, but the minister brought it forward to the 1st of May, which put a huge strain on the system when we had to accept things and do things so that it would be done in time. The municipal budget has been underutilized for many years now, with an average of between 3% or 6% up to about 16%, and one year it was 18%. And this year to date, we have only used 16% of that. Now, it's a lot of challenges. We're sitting now with one where a tender had gone out, a tender had been given to the successful applicant, and then somebody objected. And when that happens, everything's got to go right back, it's got to be reviewed, and it goes back to square one, and we've got to start all over again. So if this is being done intentionally or not, we don't know, but it keeps the system going backwards instead of forwards, and this is why it's taking ages to get anything done. On the other hand, council is supposed to provide proof of funds for all capital projects. As per instruction, the council must provide proof of the funds actually being available when they put in the year's budget process. This is currently being covered from the operational income, and the shortfall of 24 million means that no new positions will be filled for at least 6 months to be able to balance the budget. We wonder if it wouldn't be more effective to reduce the capital spending, especially as the municipality doesn't actually use the full budget. Further concerns we identified were the slow deliverance of motivations for the capital items, many of which were copy-paste from previous years. Additionally, the salary increase continues to not be sustainable for the municipality and disproportional to the clear and verifiable lack of performance by staff on the ground. But in retrospect, we are busy putting a performance management system in place, hopefully still this year, to cover us with these issues. Just a short note on the new tariffs. It was indicated that there's no increase on water, which is the water supply, which is fantastic for many people. And everything else on the tariffs will be increased by 5%, except the sewage on the following buildings will be 3%. The housing and semi-detached houses, flats, sectional titles, duplexes and simplexes. And the pensioners will have a flat rate from 0 to 30 kilolitres per month. Thereafter, it's got the normal sliding scale.